Hi everyone, I'm Taylor Ladd and I'm an evangelist working with the Woodland Hills Church of Christ in Marion, Indiana. I want to ask you to think about who you follow in life. It's not a question about Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, but it's a question about whose voice you really listen to, whose opinion matters most to you in life. Maybe it's your spouse, or maybe it's your parents or grandparents. Maybe it's a best friend or a coworker. Maybe it's even a teacher or a mentor or a celebrity or someone who's been successful in business. But the reality is all of us have voices that we listen to. All of us have people that we follow. What I want to share with you today is a couple of reasons that Jesus is worth being that voice in your life. Jesus is the one that above all others in this world that we need to be following. In John 10, Jesus compares himself to a shepherd. And one of the things that he says about himself in verse 14 is this: I am the good shepherd. I know my own sheep, and they know me. So why does that matter? You know, a lot of people have made the observation that because of social media and technology, we live in a world where we're more connected with more people in more places than we've ever been before. And yet for all that connection, a lot of times we're just as lonely and as isolated as we've ever been. You may be watching this video from halfway across the planet, but how well do you really know me? And how well do I really know you? One of the reasons that it's worth following Jesus is because he knows his sheep. He doesn't just know the version of you that's put up on Facebook or that goes into an edited post on Instagram, but he knows everything about you. He knows what's in your heart. He knows the good and the bad. He knows the goals that you have in life, the things you're scared to tell anybody else. He knows the things that you're insecure about. He knows what worries you and keeps you up at night. But not only does he know you, he wants you to know him in the same close personal way. He wants you to know the way that he thinks, what's important to him, and how he feels. And in a world that's so often impersonal, it's worth following someone who knows us better than anybody else does, and who invites us to share that same close relationship with them. A second reason Jesus is worth following comes from something else he says in this same text in John 10. A little bit earlier in verses 11 and 12, he compares a shepherd with a hired servant. And one of the differences he points out is that a shepherd will lay down his life for the sheep, but a hired servant will just run away whenever things get difficult or whenever there's a threat of danger. If something devastating were to happen to you in life, do you have people that you know you could turn to who would be there by your side no matter what happened to you? It's really one of the ways that we know who our best friends are. They're the ones that stick by us when everybody else is running away and giving up on us. You know, Jesus is that kind of friend. He's that kind of shepherd. But the reality is, even if we have people like that in our lives, Jesus is different because he's always going to be there. No matter how close people are to us and how much they want to help us, there may come a time where they can't do that, either because they move away or they pass away or something else keeps them from being the source of strength that we want them to be. But not so with Jesus. And so for that reason, he's also worth following. Now, those two reasons are great reasons for following Jesus, but they may not even be the best reason he gives in John 10. We're going to save that for our next video. Thanks for watching.